supply and demand and balancing. So I thought, let's have a look at supply and demand, because this is really where we've seen one of the biggest shifts last year. And if you cast your mind back to 2024, you will remember when the demand was sky high. I remember it very well because that's when I went blonde from brown to hide my grey hairs because of all of the issues that we had. Well, they weren't issues, it was just really busy.
It was you having a child.
Me Maxine, me having a child, I had my children in 2022 and 2023, and it's imprinted in Maxine's head. She thinks I have children
all the time.
Because like I say, you missed me so much. That was it. Anyway, let me talk on my slides, because this is where we get carried away and we run out of time. But sorry for your interruption, everyone. Cast your mind back to 2024 and you remember when the demand was sky high. We had systems in place to manage sheer volume of applicants. We had multiple offers on almost every property, and homes really were letting within a day or two. It was absolutely intense. I used to dread when we used to have the Friday feeling of work. I didn't look forward to the weekend because I just knew how many inquiries my team had to manage coming back in afterwards. It was crazy. But let's fast forward to today, and the landscape does look very different, and the word I would like to use is actually balanced. There really are more rental homes that are coming onto the market for multiple reasons, and while there is still plenty of demand from the tenants, the pressure has eased slightly, okay? And this balance is actually very, very healthy. It means that landlords can still achieve the strong rents, but tenants aren't being pushed into bidding wars or overstretching financially, because it's making the market more stable tenancies, which actually does benefit both landlords and tenants. And really, from our experience, I would say at Maxine Leicester, we are actually seeing much more of a natural rhythm returning to the market. We've got homes that are realistically priced and well presented, are letting quickly, but without the frenzy. So tenants do have that breathing room to make considered decisions, and that actually is improving the overall quality of the lets that are being agreed with us. Okay. So for landlords, what does that mean? It actually means that it's an opportunity to focus on presentation of your properties and positioning. So when there is more of a tough choice out there, properties that do stand out visually and are priced correctly, they are the ones that do move the fastest, okay? And we are finding that really where landlords do invest more in, quality photography, refreshed decor, or small maintenance improvements, they are rewarded with voids and stronger tenants. And trust me, good presentation does really matter. We see it on multiple occasions where listings come to the market and there's a main shot of a toilet with the toilet seat up as the first picture. You remember them, don't you, Maxine, when we have the right move alerts that come in, and that's not really the warm welcome that you want to give.
I love that. It was a £1,700 house, 3-bedroom, and the main picture was a toilet with the loo seat up. Yeah. Whoa! Well, yeah. It caught our eye.
Well,
I'm not sure I'd want to live there.
For the wrong reasons. So it's important that first impressions do really count, and you probably hear that a lot with us from our marketing team when we are talking about photos and things. But like I say, their tenants do have more choice in the market now, and my team always trying to think ahead. We're introducing new tools to help your properties stand out, attract quality tenants, and really to stay ahead of the competition. And just to give you an example of that, last week we have actually introduced something called Reposit. You might ask, what is Reposit? Some of you on this webinar may know, because you may have had a letter about it from one of my team last week, but it's a modern alternative to the traditional deposit. So instead of having tenants having to find 5 weeks of the rent up front, which does often become quite a barrier, even for financially secure renters, because normally they'll have their deposit in another rental property. They pay a one-off small fee at the start of the tenancy, and then what that means to landlords is you're actually covered for the equivalent of 8 weeks rent rather than 5. It's all fully insured, FCA regulated, but it's just really showing you that we are always above the curve, trying to figure out new ways in what we can do to improve that. So key takeaway out of this of supply and demand is really the market hasn't weakened, it's matured, and we aren't seeing a slowdown, we're seeing stability, and we like stability. We really like stability. And that's really exactly what you need as landlords after, you know, several years of not knowing what's going on, should we say. What you do need is predictable income, you need steady rent reviews, and you need the confidence to plan long term.